welcome back to episode 3 of this baking series. And on today's series, I am making cake pops. So cake pops has been one of those treats. Okay, so really I started eating cake pops when I was younger, like my teenage years. And it was from Starbucks. So when I was younger, I was like, I was trying to be like not into like drinking a lot of coffee because when I was younger, I heard more bad than good things about coffee. So I never like tried to get into coffee, which now like I love Starbucks. I eat Starbucks like every week. I know a lot of things on that menu. But back then, I discovered cake pops, and I would always go to Starbucks and get their cake pops. So cake pops has been one of those sweet treats, and it's been one of those baked desserts that I've been wanting to bake for the longest. So I'm so happy. You're probably going to see me do this a few times, different ways. But as of right now, we're just going to start with just some box cake. So this is just vanilla, Betty Crocker vanilla super moist cake. And I'm just gonna follow the instructions on here. So the instructions on here, it says I'm gonna need 1 cup of water. I'm gonna need 1/4 cup of oil. It says vegetable oil, but I don't have any vegetable oil. Right now I have avocado oil and then 3 eggs. So yeah, let's get started with this. And then you don't wanna cut. Okay, we're just gonna poke a hole through here. Then poke this hole through here. Empty this cake mix out. Ooh. Alrighty, and then it says 1/4 of vegetable oil. So it's supposed to be, it's whatever. So here we go. We're gonna do 1/4 of vegetable oil. Ooh. Okay, dump that in this mixer with 1 egg. I really don't have to use a butter knife. I can actually just use that. Boom. Alrighty, and then we also need 1 cup of water. Okay, going to get my water, and we're gonna use 1 cup here. Pour that thing in here. So I missed an instruction, you guys. So actually I should have read the instructions first before I started everything. I just seen the ingredients and so started putting everything together. But if you're gonna follow the instructions, you do want to follow it step by step. So the first thing I was actually supposed to do was preheat my oven. So preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And start, okay. Make sure, and always make sure that you don't have anything in your oven either before you start preheating it. All right, so I heat the oven for 350 degrees for aluminum or glass pan, or 325 for non-stick. Well, I actually don't have, oh, I do have aluminum. Never mind, it is an aluminum pan that I'm using. So 350 degrees is good. Grease bottom of the pan. So I will get to greasing the bottom of the pan or bottom. You know what, let me just do that now. And you know what I'm missing? I am missing a brush, a butter brush. So I'm gonna have to just do it like this, like I did in my old video, and just put it in here and make sure I'm getting this whole pan. Y'all see it gliding? Y'all not see it gliding? All right, I'm just making sure I get all spaces. Make sure there is not anywhere that is not covered with oil, pretty much. Everywhere it has to be covered with some oil. So make sure nowhere is not. Everything is covered with oil. All right, mix cake mix, water, oil, eggs in a large boil with mixer on medium speed, or beat vigorously by hand for 2 minutes. Pour it into pan. Oh, look at it. I'm sorry. It's looking so good already. It's looking so good already. Oh my goodness. Cheese. Okay. Oh, put that muscle worker in there. Okay. I'm putting in muscle work. Okay. Y'all, my oven. I don't think I've ever been the one to like really eat cake batter. Like I eat like cookie dough, but like I've never been the one to actually like eat cake batter. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. So this is how we are looking right now. So the ooh. Okay, I might have to just show y'all like this. Alrighty, y'all can see. Alrighty, so this is how we're looking right now. I'm gonna go ahead. My oven is right now. It says it's at 270 degrees, so it's almost at 350. As soon as it's 350, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy in the oven. After I put it in the oven, it says that I need to cook. It's not long, so I just have to cook it for 10 minutes before removing the pan. Yeah, so I just have to cook it for 10 minutes, and then after that, we will begin doing our cake pops. So, see y'all in just a moment. Alrighty, guys, cake is finally done. I don't know why I read that wrong. It actually doesn't bake for 10 minutes, it cools for 10 minutes. So I was actually supposed to bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes. But I ended up baking it for about 35 minutes because the middle, it was just not, it was still really moist. So now it's officially done. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take this, put this in this bowl, and then I'm also gonna take this Dolly Parton's creamy buttercream and mix it all together. So I mix it all together. This is gonna form the batter for the cake pops, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start making the balls for it. So buttercream is actually like the best. Better. It's actually better to use buttercream than if you were to use frosting. Enough buttercream now. I hope this is enough buttercream. I feel like now I should have got 2. Oh, no. It's going to be enough. It's going to be enough. So, let me take this buttercream. Show you all this. I kind of want to taste it. Not too sharpy, not too sharpy. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna take another spoon before y'all call me nasty. Tastes pretty good though. I'm gonna take the rest of this all in here. Okay. Alright. Now I'm pretty much gonna mix everything together. Okay, yeah, the buttercream is definitely going to be enough. I thought it was going to be enough, but no, it's actually going to be enough. So I'm going to take this and mix everything together. Ooh. Good, but it's really moist. I'm going to see if I can form a ball. If I can't form a ball, I'm going to actually let it sit for a minute so it can not be as soft. Yeah, I'm not able to form the balls how I want. You see they're very moist still. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. I'm gonna let it sit probably for like 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna continue on and make the balls just so it can, I know that I didn't take it out the oven not too long ago, so I'm just gonna let it sit for about 30 minutes. In the meantime, as I'm letting this sit, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys everything that I'm going to be using after the fact. So I'm going to be using these candy blue melts. They're going to be colored blue. And then I also have these sprinkles. So some of them I'm going to go ahead and do these white sprinkles on them. And then I also have these treat sticks. So these are the sticks I'm going to be using for the cake. Alright, let me go ahead and use gloves. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know how big I want my balls. How big do I want my balls? It sounds so weird. How big do I want my balls? But I think I want them about this big. About this big. I feel like this is a really good size. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay them on this sheet, each ball at a time. And then depending on how I feel, I think I'm gonna let them sit for a little bit longer after I finish roll them into balls. Roll them into balls. It sounds so weird. I'm gonna roll them into balls. No, but I'm gonna make them pretty much a decent size. Make these into a decent size. All right, this is looking good. All right. Get enough. Oh. Let's get it on to the early morning. So I went to the gym earlier today, and I just posted, like, I recorded myself at the gym today for like the first time in forever. And you know, they are pretty huge, but you know, I think that's okay, because after I let them sit for a bit, I'm gonna roll them again just to make sure they, you know, they get all their good luscious roundish shape. So all right, but I went to the gym today and I just posted my gym. I took a video at the gym with me just working out, and I just posted it on my TikTok, and it's with the Sean Paul song, "Let's get it on to the early morning, y'all. It's not turning on. Let's shake that thing, Miss Matter thing. Shake that thing, Miss Matter." Ah! So now that's like stuck in my head. So yeah, that's pretty stuck in my head now. My cake pops look so huge. I feel like, I don't know, like they should be smaller, but you can have big cake. You know what? I can have, you know, but the lollipop sticks, they're like, you know, I'm gonna make them smaller. We're gonna start over. Yeah, I'm starting over. I'm starting over. Well, not learn, but like I really want to, whatever I'm doing in life, I really want to do it good. Like I don't want to like just be like, here you go, type of thing. Like, you know, I really want to make sure it's done right. That's where I'm at in life right now. I just want to make sure that things are not like that I'm doing what I like and that it's being done correctly. And that is not about, you know, anything else, just done right. I like what I do and I do it well and correctly. But yeah, those balls, these are way better. Those balls are way too huge. Those balls are way, it's not gonna be good for anyone minors. Those balls, those cake balls was way too huge, you guys. So yeah, these are way better. Way smaller, way better. Going to go ahead and just stick them here. And yeah. Alrighty, y'all. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have them sit for, after I create these balls, I'm gonna make them sit for a while before I put the candy melt on it. So yeah, I'm definitely getting that vibe right now. This, and I ran out of space, so I put them on here too as well. I want these to harden a little bit. They're still very moist. They were like not moist enough to like put them in balls at least, but roll them into balls. But I want to get them a bit more hard before I put the sticks and the candy melts on it. So I'm gonna sit these out for probably another 30 minutes, hour to an hour, and then I'll go ahead and dip them in the candy melts, put the lollipop, dip them in the candy melts. After I put them in the candy melts, they're gonna sit again. And after that, we're gonna get the full results of these cake pops. So excited, right? Stick it in here. And then I feel like I'm not doing this correctly. What the heck? Oh, it's like falling. What the heck? Okay, so let's go. Maybe put it in here first. Right there. Put this color all around. See, there we have this cake pop. Straw, put it here. So when you do this, make sure that you are doing smaller cake pops, or make sure you're doing smaller cake pops or have them more frozen. That would be more helpful. But since mine are a bit too big, they're kind of slipping off from the popsicle. So just make sure that if you do decide to try this recipe, to make sure that that's not going to be an issue. As of right now, this is what I got so far. Oh my gosh, they're looking so beautiful. They still look really beautiful and delicious. This is what I got so far. But definitely, if you guys are trying this recipe, again, make sure that you are using smaller ones. All right, I'm just gonna finish this off because my iPad is dying, and then I'm gonna finish this off because my iPad is dying, and then I'm gonna show you guys the end results. So yeah. All right, you guys, so these are how my cake pops are looking. The only thing I would say is that just to get a better color of it is just to use more of that the candy melt, and then I put sprinkles on it. They look super good. I'm actually gonna take one out for you guys. I'm gonna take one out for you guys. Take this one out, and these are my cake pops. Okay, all right, and then we're gonna grab a bite. I'm gonna go ahead and freeze these so they stay on the stick, but make sure just to freeze them just to make sure they're hardened on the stick. But other than that, thank you so much for joining in on episode 3 of my baking series. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. There is going to be more and more content. And again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.